Hey Sagittarius, good morning, good morning. Ooh, does the energy feel like so intense today or what? Is it just me? But I feel like we are definitely feeling the shift that is coming, which if you watch my channel, you know I endlessly talk about Pluto and Aquarius. And that is because it is very much going to be, I feel like Sagittarius is going to be important in it. And so I took the time today, and I think we all should, because Sagittarius is energy and quite a lot of it, right? So whenever there's a big shift, we feel kind of overwhelmed. And there's definitely a need to release energy. However it is you do it, you might be doing it by a little something, something, or dancing, or exercising, definitely meditating. So I started my day with a spiritual bath and meditation. I made that a priority because, yeah, because I'm feeling it. You can let me know in the comments if you're feeling it too. And so since we are ushering in a whole new age, y'all, and it's going to, the way Pluto and Aquarius works is that, it's going to be less of every man for himself. And that's going to be a difficult flow for a lot of people. I'm not going to lie. You're going to see a lot of people being highly stressed out by it because we're moving into a time where things are about the collective and not just you, me, the 2%, whatever, because that's what's going to happen. And the reason so much love has been coming out in the readings is because that is going to be prevalent. Relationships are changing. And I watched a reading this morning that just reinforces that where, if you notice yourself cutting people off, even though they didn't necessarily do anything to you, it is because we're moving into a time where everything is less transactional. And so any transactional relationships in your life are probably going to go. Now, this is not a cue for you to complain about what people take from you, because we're just as responsible for that. If people are taking from us and we allow it, we're participating in that. But that's all about to change. And how we view relationships is going to change. And that's why I think Sagittarius is going to be so important in that, because all I kept hearing was unity. We will be helping people come together. We will be reflecting light. And it really made me think about the Four of Wands. Okay. Now, it could be all fire signs are really going to be really involved. But the Four of Wands is all about change and coming together in unity and harmony. And, I don't think that that's a flow that we are entirely used to, and I feel like we're going to be pivotal in that, and you're wondering, I feel a lot of stress in the energy too. And it's not me because, life is good for me right now. I'm not stressed out at all. But you may even feel the need because we're moving into a time that's more authentic. Okay, so Aquarius calls for us to be our authentic self, to be our weird, quirky self. And Sagittarius sits here like, yeah, hell's yeah, right? And so there will be a lot of things breaking down that don't move in authenticity, that aren't for the whole. The collective. So be ready for that. And that's why we're seeing so much twin flame energy, to be honest. That's why I did a reading last night. So let's get to it, Sag. Energies showing up that you need to know about. And this is the daily message. This doesn't necessarily mean that these things will be occurring today. It just means these are the energies that want to be revealed to you today. Okay? And understand that these are not personal readings. They may not apply to your current personal situation. They are overall energies, y'all. But, I have heard feedback from a lot of people that they resonate with it, right? And I tell you one thing that Sagittarius really understands that other people don't is the true meaning of freedom. Now, Sagittarius is very good at being single. We're very good at going our own way, but we understand that in all things we have to be our own people. And that is kind of what freedom means. It isn't that we just are non-committal. That's not it at all. It's about the evolving of self. And it's also, especially in relationships, the ability to be yourself in a relationship and be a unit. And so I feel like people don't entirely understand what freedom means. Okay. And we do. I believe we do. When we come to an evolved spot, well, that's anybody really. So we see man holding a heart, door to romance, and adjacent possibilities. Now, I don't feel there could be someone that has feelings for you for sure, but I don't feel like that's what's happening. I feel like on the whole, there's an opening up to relationships, being ready for relationships. And being good in your heart space, particularly your heart chakra, being open and ready for it. We're seeing a lot of fours here too, which is about the path, right? And I feel like something that may be happening. Now, this is interesting because it feels very Sagittarius to me. We're seeing charity, both fours, both in the fourth house. Okay, and the fourth house tends to deal with family, right? But there's somebody giving something, okay? And that could actually get your back up. Like, why are you doing this? You are kind of being very suspicious about why someone is being generous to you, questioning their motives. This is definite Cancer energy. But Cancer rules the fourth house, which is about family and home. Okay, so, you may be, since it's Saturn, it's Saturn and Jupiter, because there could be a lesson in here about expansion and really about being able to receive, to be honest, letting people be generous with you and not questioning it, just say thank you, right? Okay. But I do feel like you're starting to see that you have options, when it comes to love and or relationships, and your heart being open to exploring it. I love that. It could be someone particular since it's man holding a heart, but what's influencing, this is an influence going on. And change, right? Change and toil and labor is here, which is also an 11. You could actually be finding out about a new job, or, this is moving from having to work so hard, getting off of the grind hamster wheel. Maybe you've been working really hard and now it's time for a change. Because I do feel on some level for some people, you feel taken advantage of when it comes to work. It could be that people are stealing your ideas, with thief being here. And I just feel like there's kind of like this time being stolen energy, right? But work is also going to be changing because and Sagittarius loves that because we don't do things we don't want to do. We might sometimes, but we definitely buck against it. And I just kind of feel like there's going to be, more smart management of time, especially when it comes to work. But I do feel as if you may be changing jobs or thinking that it's time for a change because you're just not valued where you are, And I was really feeling this energy of someone stealing ideas, to be honest. The reason with this card, I think that it has to do with time, is because of the watch. The boy's stealing the watch. That's like stealing time, right? And it could be that, you know, things that you have worked hard on, you know, other people are trying to steal those things. So I know that doesn't have anything to do with love, right? But it may have something to do with this. It's hard to say because so many energies come in these daily readings, right? But there is like this energy in the challenge about jealousy at Five of Wands. Jealousy and people being jealous of who you are, of your confidence, of the way you win, of the way you get attention. And that does feel directly linked to work, I'm going to be honest with you. Whatever it is you do, you know, it could be anything you do. I mean, I encounter some of that just because of being so public, right? But I think that Sagittarius encounters jealousy easily. And these jealous people may try to block you. It almost feels like they, you know, I don't know. They wish that they could be more like you, but it causes them to try to stand in your way. And that's not cool. That's not cool, Sagittarius. What wanted to be seen was the Ten of Swords. Okay, so, you know, I feel like you're feeling that. I feel like you know that. But with the Ten of Swords, that tells you that the worst is over, right? There's nothing anyone can do at this point, right? So, but the energies are actually very nice. There's a lot of sixes too. And once again, Sagittarius is showing up in the Three of Pentacles. You know, there's also another card of generosity here. It feels like someone or people in general want to work with you, Sag. You know, there's a cooperative energy here, okay, that of people, you know, actually noticing how good you are at what you do and wanting to be a part of it. Whatever that is, you know. So we've been seeing the Three of Pentacles and Sagittarius's energy for like the later part of 2023. So we're moving into an energy of working together more with other people, you know, which I don't really feel as a Sagittarius flow naturally, because I feel like we're used to being, you know, the maverick, the lone wolf, but now, you know, there is more of an energy of community and giving and receiving, you know, and not just like you having to do everything yourself. So I feel like you're in this energy where you do want to work with others, you know? You do want to work with others. And I don't actually feel, even though these are both pentacles, I don't feel like, you know, it could just be too that the people that you have helped in the past start to show up for you. And that could cause you to be suspicious, right? Yeah, I said what I said. You know, the good news is that there's an opportunity coming in that is going to, it could be something you've waited for, but it's going to take you to the next level, right? And there seems to be an awful lot here about help showing up and about you being able to accept that and not be so suspicious when people want to do something for you, because we are moving into that energy. So this may be a part about how we get ready for that. How we get ready for that by, you know, somebody wants to do something for you, let them do it. You know, and I feel like what it is it is the tide turning. It's like Sagittarius helps a lot of people. And a lot of times we don't get that energy back. Not that we necessarily expect it, but it feels like there's a shift where we are getting it back. And so when we're getting it back, we're like, well, where's this coming from? Right? And truthfully, it's because of what you've given. So, you know, Spirit wants you to open the door to that, to receiving that, to being more about receiving. We already went over these jealous people. Okay, watch out for that. What Spirit wants you to know, Sagittarius, is that the hard times are over. Okay? The world. Fresh starts that actually are beneficial. Now, yes, this is the Five of Pentacles. We all know that. But I really feel as if it's telling you that, especially if you struggle financially or whatever your struggle has been, you're going to see improvement. Okay? You're going to see improvement. And look, Aquarius is here. Right? Just saying. You may not trust the improvement. Right? You may not. But this is an opportunity yeah, I definitely feel like whoever is coming in and showing you this energy, there's something about it you really don't trust. Seven of Swords, Page of Pentacles. You know, you may feel that this person or these people are opportunists, right? Because maybe they have been before. And definitely there is this energy of like not, you know, I've fallen for this before and it led me down a path that really sucked. Right? Three of Swords. But the Ace of Wands is saying to you, if you want things to be different, you have to think positive about it. Like, you know, and before you all get in there about past people or the lessons you've learned in that, this is not really about that. This is about people that you have given to that maybe weren't reciprocal at the time. There's a shift that's happening where reciprocation is going to show up. And you're going to have to just take a chance and let it happen. And let it happen because on some way you've asked for that. You know, you've asked for that. So, just saying, Sag. There definitely is someone who wants to talk. I feel like there is someone coming in down the road who has an idea. This does feel like it is a, you know, for an opportunity, something financial. They have an idea and they're selling it to you, basically. It could be that this person wants you to join them. Yeah, they do. Right? They do, because they really believe in this idea. And they feel like you would be good for this idea because you work hard, you know, that kind of thing. This could actually, this could offer long-lasting stability, quite honestly. So, you know, because it comes in with the Page of Cups, you might question whether this is, you know, too dreamer-like, too impossible. No, it's actually a really good idea. A really good idea, Sagittarius. I know that was a lot, right? That was a lot, Sag. So let's get your mindful message. What is Sagittarius's mindful message? And it's funny because I feel like this comes at a time when you're ready for a change. Because you put a lot of, I mean, you may be working too hard and not, you know, and dealing with some shiznik type of people at work, for sure, who are constantly trying to stand in your way and block your abundance. So I feel like this idea comes at just the right time. So give it more weight than you are. Okay. Sagittarius. Oh, okay. Present. In this present moment, I have nothing to worry about. I take life step by step as I follow my desires and intuition, joyfully overcoming any bumps along the way. When I live like this, I don't have to worry about the future. That sounds very Sagittarius. Casting spells. The words I speak and the stories I tell are like spells. What I say and believe, I attract more of. So I shift my story from lack to abundance, from victim to empowered, and from complaint to gratitude. Now, when I speak to others through my words, I am casting beautiful spells. Think about your words. I say this endlessly. Okay, Sagittarius, that's what's going on. That's what you need to know. Toodles.